All right. So I'm going to share and we'll just go through this. All right. Welcome to a Partner Co and Drop overview. My name is Christy Walsh, and we'll get started with a quick video. Awesome. So that's the drops. I just love that video. It's done by our Partner Co marketing team. So we have the best of the best marketing team. And if Toni, I just have your slide up. I know you're driving, but if you want to just give a brief testimony of what you've had with the drops and how long
Absolutely.
you've been in the business.
Absolutely. I've been in the business since October of 2024, and the drops have done incredible things for me. I had back pain that was leading me to a wheelchair with a lot of issues, degenerative disc, scoliosis, extreme arthritis in my spine, all those kinds of issues. And I was headed to a wheelchair. And I started the drops. That was my reason. And I also was kind of hoping I'd get rid of some migraines that I was getting. The side of my face would go numb and I'd be sick to my stomach and not be able to see, literally. And anyway, so my back pain was gone almost immediately. My headaches were gone. I have no pain pills anymore. I was taking 18 to 20 a day.
Wow.
And to top it all off, my chocolate and sugar cravings on the third day, I realized they were gone. And I don't feel a bit denied not having chocolate. Better than a baby. I wake up energized. And yeah, I can say nothing but absolute good about the drops.
That's amazing. I love to hear people's stories and testimonials. They're so worth it. That has been my life's mission is to spread around that we have a natural way to start feeling good. That's what motivates me. So this is my before and after as well. And my before picture, I
Amazing.
know I was
Wow.
much, much heavier than the 174. That was the last time that I actually weighed myself. And this was Thanksgiving 2023, and I was watching my family dirt bike and have lots of fun. And I don't have my knee brace on there, but I had injured my knee and I wasn't able to participate. I have degenerative disc disease, osteoarthritis, fibromyalgia, lupus, and I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's at a very young age of 11 years old. So my whole life has been brain fog, feeling freezing cold, weight gain, inability to focus, insomnia, exhaustion, and everything that comes along with Hashimoto's. And I was always told that, oh, your labs are within, the normal range on your medication, but the symptoms were always there. And as when COVID hit and when I had my kids, I just packed on the weight. Depression set in, anxiety, and of course they just, they treat the symptoms. They don't treat the underlying problem. And at this point in time, I was working with my doctor. We were tracking my food because I just kept seeing the scale going up. And so they had me on restricted calories. I was at 1,100 calories a day. I felt like I was starving. I was eating healthy, though. I was eating from their list of foods, and I was checking in every week with them, showing them everything that I've written down, everything I was ingesting, and then having a weigh in. And the scale was still going up. And so they didn't really have anything to offer me except for the shot. And I didn't want to go on the shot. I mean, it does work. I had a girlfriend that lost 35 pounds, but like she got really, really sick. The stomach paralysis was a side effect of those shots. And I was already super sick. I'm a single mom with two teenagers on the spectrum. I didn't need to lose weight just to get even sicker. My kids needed me. They rely on me as their sole provider, sole income, and everything. So I said no to the shot and thought, well, maybe this is just what life is. And of course, I was put on antidepressants and sleeping pills and everything to try to manage. Then you fast forward to the end of February of 2024, and I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see some before and afters, just kind of like mine is now. Some really great testimonials for weight loss, for people just feeling better, so many other benefits. So I reached out to my girlfriend who was posting. I've known Joni for over 20 years. We've been in other businesses and things in the past. And she gave me info on the drops, and I bought a box of drops at full retail as a customer. And then I watched her post a little bit more that day and the next morning, and I thought, okay, she's got her hands on some sort of system. So I reached back out
Right.
and asked, like, how much money did you make off that one sale that you made to me? And she said, oh, it was about 74 to $80. And I went, what? Okay. At that point in time, I was, in a different company trying to sell cleaning cloths. They were great cloths, but you had to sell a lot of them to make 80 bucks. So I enrolled as a brand partner. She gave me our board with everything preloaded, all the before and after posts, Facebook posts, how to post at 9 and 3, follow-up text scripts, all the PDFs, everything I needed to start going with the business. I started looking at the posts. I thought, oh my gosh, what are my friends and family gonna think of me when I fire up all these posts? Because I've always relied on my friends and family to purchase my products, help me, provide another stream of income for my kids and everything. And so I didn't start posting right away. It took maybe 3 or 4 days, but I watched Joni continue to post, and she kept touching base with me. And she'd be like, oh, sold some more boxes. Oh, I enrolled another brand partner. And I was going, okay, I better just do it. It worked for me. I reached out to her. It's got to work for my friends, family, whoever. So I scheduled out 2 weeks worth of our 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. posts, and I just let them run. I was like, okay, let's see what happens. And over the next 12 days, it completely like changed my life because I had 30 boxes of drops sold just from people. Actually, it was 31 because I sold that box of drops that I ordered from myself to get started. And these were people who, yeah, were just my Facebook friends. And so it totally like blew my mind because selling those 30 boxes of drops locked me in at our top pay ultimate level for life. And I pocketed over $2,300 in 12 days. And I've never made that kind of money in my life because I've always had to, run a day home, or I was cleaning houses at that time because I have to be flexible with my time with my two kids being on the spectrum. So I was like totally dedicated at that point in time because I was helping so many people get healthy and making money doing it totally authentic. I didn't have to, do in-home parties. I didn't have to do anything. It was just posting, just sharing real people, real results. So I actually got started on the drops on March 15th. And the first 4 nights, my night sweats cleared up and I slept through the night. So I was like, holy cow, I've never felt this way in my life. By the end of the month, I was down 18 pounds. And my biggest win that I realized, yes, I was down 18 pounds, but my pain in my back and my neck and my knees was gone. And I was taking a bottle of Tylenol, a bottle of Advil, and prescription pain meds each and every month just to be able to walk up my stairs when I got home from work. and my pain was gone. Then you fast forward a few more months, I went in and got some blood work done. My doctor lowered my thyroid meds, which was a huge win. I don't know if I'll ever get off my thyroid meds, but they were lowered. So that was amazing. Then you fast forward to when I took this after picture. That was about 5 months on the drops. I was down 40 pounds. I've maintained that weight loss now for over a year. And I am still off my antidepressants. I'm off my sleeping pills now and feeling fantastic. I'm the mom that I've always wanted to be. Stress just kind of slides off my back. I'm happy. I call them my happy drops. Mary was my first brand partner. So her story's a little bit different. She saw my posts. I Facebook friended her. I didn't even know her. She saw my posts and reached out within 3 hours of me friending her on Facebook. And she was a little bit different. She was like, I know you've got a system here. I want to become a partner just for the discount. But she really just said, I don't think they're going to work. I've tried everything. But so she enrolled in the business, she started posting, and she sold 30 boxes within 11 days. By the end of 3 months, she was down her 41 pounds. And her husband was thanking me. He was like, she is less bitchy. She's happy. She's feeling good. And so, she also got off her thyroid meds completely and wasn't taking Tylenol or Advil for her pain. So I was just like, wow, this is pretty good. Since then, Carmen's came in, Deborah's came in. A lot of people have come into my business, and I've grown my team to over 1,800 people just by posting on Facebook and loving on my droppers and loving on my team. And so you must wonder what the company name is. It's called partner.co. It's not partner.com. Don't go to that website. You'll probably find a dating app and maybe a partner, but you won't find our drops or this incredible company. The reason why it's called partner.co is because our founders, John Wadsworth and Darren Zobrist, they partnered together coming on 3 years in the middle of February of 26. And they partnered to form our amazing company because John was with a different company called Tahitian Noni, and he'd been working that business and sharing Tahitian Noni for 25 plus years. And it was doing some restructuring like a lot of these companies do. And he was going to lose his downline, his income, his only stream of revenue. So he went to his fellow pastor or bishop in his church, Darren, and Darren was already a businessman. He made millions, billions on Wall Street and in another company, a tuna company. And he said, can you help me save this company? There's thousands of brand partners that I don't want them to lose their income. It's a great product. And they started looking at Tahitian Noni. They started looking at RX, who had the drops for over 15 years. This isn't a new company. They looked at Limu Seaweed, 17 years, Skin Cerity, 30 years. And they've partnered together and formed Partner Co. And we are number one in momentum in the world because we have the infrastructure in over 50 plus countries, because these businesses, these companies that we partnered with, we're already in these companies. So we can do business globally, and we have over 100 different products to balance your hormones, weight loss, improve your energy, athletic performance, skincare, energy drinks. We just launched an incredible collagen product, products to improve your sleep and improve your gut health. And our products, because they've been around for decades and decades, we have hundreds of third-party published clinical studies. They go through thousands of annual testing, and over a half a dozen are in the physician's desk reference in the United States, like the drops, Tahitian Noni, our optimals. Doctors can prescribe our nutritional supplements to their patients. And in fact, Tahitian Noni is being used in cancer clinics around the world. world as well. We have an incredibly brilliant research and development team, a wellness council, an athletic council. We even have a brand partner council that votes on what products we need, what specials we have, and we have a partner agreement. So they cannot restructure this business in any way without putting it through brand partners like myself, like Toni, to make decisions on it. Dr. Strand has pioneered his way through nutrition and what is called insulin resistant, which is what the drops break through. And then we just brought on Dr. Joshua Plant. So we are backed by an incredible team. Now, these drops, the day and night drops here in Canada, are to support that thyroid, support your hormones. So they really level out your insulin and sugars and break through metabolic dysfunction, or you've heard insulin resistant. They give you really nice appetite control. They lower your cortisol levels. And once your cortisol levels are lower, you can just manage your day. Like I said, you just feel calm. You feel more capable. The brain fog is gone. They increase that energy, boost your metabolism, and they really boost your mood. I'm going to be a lifer on these drops just because I call them my happy drops. Now, we're not just going to sell you a box of drops or enroll you in the business and get you going on the drops and just say, there you go. That's the difference that we have here for buying supplements from a partner, is because we're not just a Amazon or a Walmart where you go and you go, well, this might work. We're going to send you on your way with an approved food list, cookbooks, support from all of us to help you become successful. Now, this food list, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change. And in fact, you have to eat over 1,250 calories per day. So you need to fuel your body. You need to be eating. And that's something different that is particularly us women have to wrap our heads around,
Mhm.
because I think we've been told that we must starve ourselves to lose weight. And I know for a fact when I am eating all of the good low glycemic foods on this list, that's all you have to do is cut the sugars. The days that I eat and eat and eat are the days that my scale drops. The days that I don't fuel my body enough, I either stay stagnant or I might put on a pound. So you need to eat to lose weight. We also have lots of support groups on Facebook, cookbooks, all of that kind of thing. And so we can use Slenderize for hormonal balance, energy, stress, and anxiety reduction. I'll run through a couple others really quickly. Linda James, she was on the drops only a few weeks and dropped 8 pounds, but she's in a better mood, positive outlook, and her sugars have leveled out in her blood. Her mother, Rhoda, I just met her in September for the first time, 87 years old. She got on the drops and she said that she just has a brand new, renewed zest for life. At 87, she's also building a business. My sister Carrie, now she didn't want to follow that food list. Yes, she dropped 34 pounds, but it took her about 8 or 9 months. But what I noticed as she stayed on the drops longer and longer, her sugar cravings disappeared. So she was making healthier choices anyways. Patricia, look at her midsection. So when that levels drop, you release the weight around your mid. Glenn, he's an individual that's in a wheelchair, had a very difficult time losing weight since he's been in a wheelchair. And 1 month on the drops, down 30 pounds, sugar cravings gone, and sleeping better. Carol, down 46 pounds. I mean, but it looks like she's down 100 because she's lost that inflammation. I just did a meeting with Brenda on Wednesday night. She's from local to me in Lethbridge. She lost 100 pounds in 6 months on the drops and following our approved food list. Kevin, there again, that loss of inflammation and weight around the midsection. Claudia, she had a lot of GI issues. Look at her midsection in that short amount of time. She's also building an incredibly big business. Beth, she got on the drops. She didn't even know she had weight to lose, but she dropped 42 pounds in 3 months. But her biggest win is she has emphysema, and she used to be able to only go down her stairs to put her laundry in, and then on the way up, she would have to stop halfway up the stairs to have a rest. Now she said she can go up and down numerous times a day. Leanne down 21 pounds, no more hot flashes, no more pain. Brenda Bray, she started on the drops at the end of March, didn't follow the food plan, lost about 5 or 6 pounds her first month, and then she realized that she was feeling better. Her knees were feeling better. So she went all in on the food plan and lost 84 pounds in 4 months. There's Leanne. Now, Bob and Lynn, I just like to touch base on them because they look like a brand new couple. Bob's blood pressure stabilized, off some medication, sleeping better, night sweats gone. Kim got on the drops. She didn't have weight to lose. She got on them in hopes that her pain from her degenerative bone disease would disappear. And within 3 weeks, it was gone and feeling fantastic. Christy feels fantastic, happier than ever, no more brain fog. Now, Chris got on the drops for 2.5 months, lost 50 pounds, dropped the weight, got off the drops, and has maintained that because he said his sugar cravings are still gone. Look at this, Twyla. This was only a few weeks, and look at her sides just smoothing right out. Randy lost 170 pounds on our plan in 6 months. Men do lose weight a little bit quicker than women because they're less hormonally charged, I think is the nice way to put it. They're a little bit simpler. So you can be a customer and buy retail like I did for that about 24 hours, or you can enroll for a one-time fee of $37.95 in Canada, $29.95 in the US if you have friends and family down there, and you get everything that you need to run your business. You get your website, and it's not a monthly fee. You get your back office, you get an app, you get our business rewards, you get all of our beautiful marketing tools, virtual trainings. But not only that, you get to buy all our products, not just the drops, at wholesale. You get to participate in the #1 compensation plan in the industry. The system is very duplicatable. It's plug and play. You don't have to think of anything. We're here to help you as well. You cannot scroll on Facebook or Instagram or any social media without seeing before and afters for these drops. We are real people with rapid results, and your team organically builds. If you have a team to bring, plug them in. But I grew my team from that very first brand partner and just people reaching out a couple weeks on the drops, and they want to do the business because they start to think of people who they know that need the drops, and then they plug into our system. It's a very high reorder rate because people love how they feel, and it duplicates very easily. So when you get started, what we really urge you to do is get to what we call ultimate or top pay. 1,500 PV. So that I did that in 12 days. I sold 30 boxes. Mary did it in 11. We've even had people come in with an ultimate 30 pack of drops their very first day. And you're locked in for life at Ultimate. It's a one-time deal. You want to do it within your first 4 Fridays because it unlocks many, many benefits. And remember, once you're locked in for life, you're locked in forever. And how do you do that? You download that app called Boards. It comes preloaded with all your 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. posts. You can see this is what it looks like. You schedule them out on Facebook. You share to our boost groups. We love helping our brand partners out and breaking you out of that Facebook algorithm. You add a few friends like I did, and boom, you've got a business, a plug and play business that works. You can even follow up. So if somebody says, what are these drops? You just say, hey, I'll PM you. And then you send them, what are the drop script? You send them informational videos. You send them whatever they need. We even have text scripts for when they say, well, can I take this with my meds? Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a 30-day money back guarantee? Yes, we do. I've hit a plateau in my weight loss. What can I do? Everything is already there, pre-made for you. We get paid 9 different ways every single Friday. We get retail profits, new volume bonus, base commission, savings bonus, income position bonus, payline bonus, matching bonus, business rewards, and loyalty shopping. There are so many ways that we get paid. I cannot go through them all today. We get our retail profits, and that's where you buy in bulk and you sell the drops that you have on hand, or you can send smart links to any of those 50 countries around the world. And in Canada, you must get activated with a minimum of 4 pack of drops. And that costs about $500, but they retail for full price is $236. We like to give a bit of a 15% discount. plus shipping and tax. So when you sell 3 of those boxes with your friends and family, I'm sure you can think of 3 people who need them. Your box is free and you've just made about $100 in your pocket. Once your income activated, you just keep working your way to ultimate. In the US, of course, you can do the same thing. Or you can come in with a 30 pack of drops. It's 1,500 point value. It locks you in for life at Ultimate and unlocks our gold status, which is matching pay. And when you resell those drops, you make about $2,700 profit. Then you start building a team. Like I said, Mary just wanted to enroll right away and start posting. Tons of people want to do that because they see that it's a plug and play system with real people, real results. So that new volume bonus. I was ultimate when, say, Mary came into the business and she came in, she got to ultimate. Getting to that 1,500, you get 30% new volume bonus. So I made 450 US, or it converts to about $600 Canadian. So imagine if you enrolled a new person every week. Once a week, you're going to make $600 just helping them get to ultimate if they buy that ultimate pack. Or you make that $600 over their next 4 weeks as they sell the drops. That also unlocks base commissions and matching pay when you come in at Ultimate. So base commissions, this is why our comp plan is voted #1. In most other companies in network marketing, you only get to build 2 legs. Your biggest volume leg the company keeps, and then you get paid on that smaller volume leg, and it's usually only about 5 to 6%. Well, with Partner Co, you can build unlimited legs to unlimited depth, and you make 15% on all of your pay legs. You also get paid on that big leg as well. And when a pay leg maximizes or optimizes at 13,334 in 1 week, that's a $2,000 or US or $2,800 week for you. And you can do that over and over and over. And it happens very quickly if someone comes in at Ultimate each week, right? You can see how that can add up 2,800, 2,800, 2,800, 2,800. Now, this is not a get rich quick program. It is going to take you a few years, but we have the support, we have the program, and we have the comp plan to support you during that. What you put in is what you get out. And of course, that matching bonus that you unlock when you come in Ultimate or work your way to Ultimate unlocks our generations. So say I enrolled Mary, and if she made $1,000 in 1 week, I'm going to get 15% of that, so 150 US. Then if she went and enrolled Toni, and Toni made $1,000 in a week, I will get 10% of that because she's on my second generation. Now Toni went and enrolled Kim. Kim makes $1,000 a week, I'll get 5% of that. So you can see how it just starts to add up in matching pay. Remember, we get paid 9 different ways. The last way I'm going to go through today is our savings bonus. Now, you've probably heard of other companies where they have the pink Cadillacs or the Lexus programs, and I think there's a new one out there with a green Jeep program. Well, I consider those debt programs because, yeah, you might qualify for that fancy dancy lease on that car for a month or 2. But what happens if you get sick or your team starts to slow down or something like that and you don't make enough money to pay for that fancy lease? That is on you to pay for that. So Partner Code doesn't want to get anyone into debt. So they created a savings account. And each and every week, when your base commissions are over 250 US, or it equivalates to about 1,667 PV, very doable, Partner Co bonuses you 15% into a savings account. And once that savings account reaches 10,000 USD, they give you a giant check, just like you see here. There was 27 of us, including myself, in Dallas that received this giant check for 10,000 US. So that's like $1 million Canadian almost with our exchange rates. It equates to about 14,000, but I've never received that big of a check in my life. And it doesn't stop there. It's a savings program. So each and every week you have the ability to work your way to an additional 500 USD each week. So I call that a mortgage payoff program. And remember, we still get paid 8 other ways every week. We are also a lifestyle company. So we have 2 trips a year that you can qualify for. I was in these businesses before and I've never qualified until I launched with Partner Co. And I qualified along with three or four other people from my team, and we were all in less than a year. I used to think that it was always the elites of the elites, the top earners of the company that can qualify for these trips. But here we are in Punta Cana this past April with our families going ziplining and schmoozing with the owners and their families and other people from around North America. We are going to Maui in the end of April, so there's still time to get qualified because it's what it does is they base your volume compared to the last 6 months of this year. So if you get started now, they're comparing your volume over the next 4 months to what you did in the first 6 months. And if you weren't in this business, you're compared to zero. So you're going to make a lot of lifestyle credits and possibly qualify to go with us as well. We did launch two new products this September, an incredible collagen and a Max 2O. Plus, we have so many other products to suit your needs. So that is Partner Co. in a nutshell. And what I'm going to do is I'll probably stop sharing, stop the record,